Hello and welcome, it's time for another Mother stream, and today we're going to be playing some green-white Hardened Scales. You gotta know thy enemy, you gotta know thy enemy. So we're gonna be playing this list, which I found amongst the 5.0 dumps, and the core is always the same, right? We have 4 scales, we have 4 Ravagers, 4 Hangerback Walkers from Walking Ballista, of course. Those are always gonna be there, up for series too. This list in particular had 4 of these archetype workers, 2 modules, and the full 4 copies of the Ozolith. So apparently this Ozolith card it's pretty good, huh? We actually have Springleaf Drum, which is a poor man's Mox Opal, and we're looking at main deck Path to Exiles. This is like the card that I was the most sketched about. I'm not sure whether we really want to be, having this card in our main deck, but I guess that it frees out some Cyber slots, so that's cool. But yeah, as far as the land base goes, it's super greedy. We have a bunch of dual sources. Yeah, a bunch of like green, white, and green and white sources. Sorry, and then we have a lot. For my taste, probably way too many colorless lands in Blink mods, Ink mods, and Fire Action Score. Land War Reborn is very nice and it synergizes very well with everything else. In fact, if you have a Scales in play, it actually comes in with 1 more counter, which is pretty cute. And then Pendant Haven as a one-off to make sure that your 1/1s can still brawl. The sideboard is a little bit all over the place. We're trying to cover most bases. Extra animation module for the grindy decks. Of course, this is a Lurrus deck, so we have this guy in here. Grafdigger's Cage and Turbo Scripts against the graveyard decks. Damping Sphere against big mana and Storm and stuff. Canonist against, well, the same decks. The 4th copy of Path to Exile, 1 copy of Endless Summer, and 3 Nature's Claims. So we're gonna see how this deck plays out. It's gonna be my first league with it, so I have no idea how this works. But I am definitely interested in finding out. No Horizon Canopy. I imagine that the damage is a lot. Again, I just copied this list from the internet. I have no idea about this deck. I'm not going to claim that I even know what I'm doing. Lurrus Mirror. So we have 2 turns to find any land, but if we do, this hand is incredible. I think I'm in. Is this burn? Because that would suck. Or like Prowess or something. Ugh, gobbo. Okay, so it's actual burn. Land. No! No! If we do find land, I think we're probably going to be good. If we don't find land, I think we can just pack it in. Yes! Alright, so we are going to be able to Hangerback Walker on 2 now. Which is probably going to be pretty good. It's going to blank all of my opponent's attacks. Oh, and they don't have Eidolon. PogChamp. Oh, it's one of those like weird versions that's a little bit in between. Interesting. Okay. So should we Ballista? If we Ballista, we can block here and ping here. I think we actually like to Ballista. I like to Ballista here. We do have a 2nd copy of Ballista anyway. And with the Soulscar Mage, if they bolt my Hangerback Walker, they actually take all my counters, which is pretty brutal. So I think we're gonna go with this. And now we're out of our Mana Screw, which is nice. It's possible we also should have just main phase killed this Soulscar Mage, because this is going to be a sizable amount of damage. So the best thing we can draw is probably an Arcbound Worker, which is weird. They bubbled themselves? Why? They can't fetch. Okay. Oh, that's why they bubbled themselves. Smart, smart. That's cool. That's a cool line. We're definitely gonna kill the Gobbo, I think. Note, as long as spell kills a Hangerback, you still get Thopters, though. Oh, interesting. Good to know about that. Gobbo down. We did get to steal a bolt from my opponent, which is kind of nice. We're under a lot of pressure here, though. I think we're gonna go for Hangerback this time around. Because I want to draw a land and I want a Ballista into Ravager. And Hangerback puts the most amount of stuff that I can sack to the Ravager into play. Because if we manage to swipe their board, I think we win easily from there. Okay, this is the worst case scenario because this actually... Oh, I was thinking that was going to go to my Hangerback. This is the worst case scenario. They had another one of those. Yeah, we're probably pretty dead here. Path to Exile. Brutal. We don't have any more basics even. That's funny. That's funny. Okay. Okay. That's it, right? Just a fourth copy of Path, and that's it. Claims in. Why? Just to gain for life? That doesn't work against this kind of deck. I could consider this against something like Burn, but this our opponent's deck doesn't. As long as they have a creature, they don't care about you gaining for life, which is dead. Module in. Module seems super slow. We're gonna be super tight on mana. I don't think we can just mess around with module too much. Yeah, I don't think I like module, and I don't like claims either. I would consider it against Burn, but against Prowess I'm not gonna bring in claims. We could cut one Ozolith. Boarding Lurrus, it has lifelink. Yeah, right. Has lifelink. Can help me stabilize. Then to bring a claim as a sack outlet, game 4 also to pop Eidolons. I don't think my opponent's playing Eidolon, that's why. If they were playing Eidolon, and that's why I said that I would consider it a little bit more against Burn, but they're not playing Eidolons. So I'm just gonna cut the foil Ozolith. Could cut the Throne. Yeah, Throne was the other card that I was considering. This matchup does not seem great though. This mana base is a nightmare. There's no way that this mana base is correct. There's no way this mana base is correct. I guess it doesn't matter the order in which I do this, because next turn I'm going to Hardened Scales and I might draw into a forest or something, so there's no reason for me to play the Hardened Scales on this turn. I might end up saving some life. Take one, baby. Okay, so Hardened Scales, and that won't work. So when this dies, it's gonna put the counters here, and then I can put those counters on the Ravager, and then we get one more counter because of the Scales. It's pretty sick. So it just keeps on scaling and pun not intended, but it's a good pun. Interesting. Okay, so this is actually pretty interesting. Would I rather play out the Ravager, or would I rather play out the Hungerback Walker? This is leaves the battlefield. So I guess I'd rather play out the Hungerback. This deck is so mana hungry. This deck is so mana hungry. I kind of understand why you're playing Springleaf Drum. Like, it sounds so bad. It sounds so bad. But I understand what the idea is. Like, I think it makes sense. Can feel the Inkmoth kill approaching. It's really tough to kill with an Inkmoth Nexus when your opponent is playing Lava Darts in their deck. So I really doubt that we're going to be going for an Inkmoth kill anytime soon. Okay. Again, this actually puts the counters on the Ozolith. So that's cool. White? I guess we can cast Lurrus. 3 counters here. Wait, why only 2? Oh, because this only triggers on a creature. Okay, good to know. Definitely good to know there. So if this doesn't die, that represents 2 counters. I think I'm gonna take it. We do have lethal here if we wanted to. But we die to a single removal spell. If it's path, we can't really play around it. Unless we put 3 counters here, plus 3 counters, we can make it a 2-turn clock. Okay, I'm into it, I think. I somehow suspect that my opponent has another path over there. Which makes me really sad. Okay. So I think I just block everything, right? Because my opponent can't really tap out. Because if they tap out, they die. So I think I just block. Then I sack the worker, put the counters on the Ravager. So 2 counters get put here. Lightning Bolt the Ravager. This is fine. So I can sack the Ozolith here, but then... So this would be +3, which means that this would be a 6, but then we don't get counters on the Ozolith. But we get the 2 counters from the Ravager sack, plus we get the counters from the Archetype worker. Yeah, I think I should actually sack the Ozolith here. Forces my opponent to go all in. Oh no, I forgot about the counters from this. So we don't even get to trade here. Yikes. Oh no, we're fine. Thank you for the follow, Death Faust. We can play Lurrus, we go down to 8. We replay Arcbound Worker. I think that's the line. Like, clearly my opponent has removal over there. So we just force them to have a pass to exile. Because they don't play that many lightning bolts. And now I think I'm actually going to not play the worker. To not block with the worker if I don't have to. Aberrate. They have the land. They don't. Alright, we untap with Lurrus. Game is over, folks. So this is 3. Yeah, this is super lethal, right? So we just attack with both of this and they have to block them. We also have a path for whatever they could have. I guess that we could have main phase sack the worker that we drew. We could put the counters here. Those 3 counters will go to Ozolith, and then we could have put those counters on something else. Maybe that was the line there, actually. So we're going to sack this guy. We're getting modular on this one. Worker casually becoming a 7/7, no big deal. Okay, so unless they have 7 points of burn, I think we're going to win this game. They might have 7 points of burn though. It looks like they have 7 points of burn. God damn it. Our board did grow pretty quickly. Hopefully they attempt to go for a lethal attack and we can just path this Monster Swift Spear. And we can call it. Okay. Light up the stage. All right. GG's. Yeah. All right. I'm honestly considering bringing in Elderthorn Canonist. Should we experiment with this card? Feels like we should. Deck isn't bad, it can be a thing. Yeah. It can be a thing for sure. This is my first time playing the deck, so I'm definitely not playing optimally, but I'm just trying to like get a feel for it, you know? I'm no Yama killer. I think I'm gonna try the Canonists. The module is good. I mean, I don't think it's that good. Like, I think it's 2 copies good, but I don't think it's 3 copies good. I mean, you just saw how tough our mana situation was, and like on how little, like it just works. Everything just happens on so few turns that if you like, you cannot just hold up 1 mana every turn. You know what I'm saying? It's also so strong to resurrect the deck. It felt really good right now. It felt super good right there. Can I keep this? I don't think I can. Like, if we don't find land, we just die. This hand is a lot better, right? We bottom what? I think we just bottom the Canonist. So we can go turn 1 Scales, turn 2 Ozolith Worker, turn 3 Ballista. Oof. Okay, we're gonna go turn 1 Scales. Okay, so they have a like that stage here. So I think I am going to play Ozolith plus Worker. I feel like I need to put a body into play. And no. Damn it. Can I take one turn off? So if I can turn this turn off, playing Scales plus Ozolith, next turn I can play Ballista. No, we can't play Ballista, but we can play Worker plus Hungerback Walker. I think I'm gonna try to go for that. This might be incorrect, and I just need to put a body into play because I'm just dying to these monsters with spears, but I think we have to, like, because I just get blown out by a single stupid lightning bolt, right? And by being able to put two things into play, I am able to play around that a little bit. Not too much, unfortunately, but... This deck is Galaxy Brain, though. People tell me, oh, Amulet is hard or whatever, and it's just like, nah, this deck is hard. This deck is really hard. Okay. More dudes. Seal of Fire. That kind of sucks. No third land drop though. Not only is it hard, but it is hardened. Where is this? Man, I always struggle with this. There we go. Alright, so we did find the land. So now we can Ballista into Worker, or we can Walker into, it's probably better. Because next turn, if these dudes survive, next turn I can Ozolith a bunch of counters into the Ballista, I guess. I mean, it's super hard to just be like, God, well, thank you, but like, it's just a different way of thinking, right? And I think this way of thinking is just a lot tougher. At least for me, I guess. Why am I attracted to the most difficult decks in the format? Yeah, same here, my friend. Same here. There's something special about playing in hard mode, right? There's something, I don't know, fun. One of the matches with, yeah, definitely for sure. Laxus96, thank you for the follow. It's like playing Storm except all your rituals are on the battlefield. That's pretty good, that's pretty good. Decks and games to Magic are just big puzzle with lots of variables. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Bolt my dude. Okay. Put counters there. Probably gonna kill this in response. So it didn't put the counters on the Ozolith, but it did put the counters on the Hangerback? That's so weird. That is so weird. I wonder why that is. This was a 3-3. Wow, that's so funny. That's hilarious. That might have been a bug. I don't know. Oh, you know the rules, Leovold? Yeah, please explain if you can, because I am so confused right now. Also, this absorb 3 -1/-1 counters and 3 +1/+1 counters, so they equalize. Okay. Okay, that makes sense. Can win with Burn, and when Phoenix was hot, I couldn't win with it either, but I did decently with just control and enjoyed Titan even though I suck at it. Nice, Tupac. Okay. That makes sense. So like both counters are on the Ozolith, so they even out, but only the +1/+1 counters went to the Hangerback. Path to Exile? No path to Exile. Okay. That seems lethal to me, so I was just slow rolled, I guess. Well, we got slow rolled and died on turn 4. Rough. That seems like a miserable matchup, though. By the way, is the red-white Lurrus deck, the red-white Prowess deck, like the new hotness, or the red-black Prowess deck? That is by far the deck that we faced the most today. Darth Kid with the Twitch Prime subscription. Welcome back to the Primetime Stronghold, Darth Kid. Muchas gracias. Yeah. Turn 1 Ozolith, turn to the Ravager. What could go wrong? Excuse me. RIP, best combined rating ever. We're gonna get there. ¿Cómo va la cuarentena? Y ahí va, que huedo. Ahí va. Se hace lo que se puede. Lo importante es no volverse loco. Never get paired against meta decks. I always get off meta decks or junk, and they always kick my ass. Feels bad, man. When state that action check, the plus and minus counters will damage you, and it's also a trigger on replacement effects. I don't know. Oh, I guess that they're playing the deck that I was almost going to play today. Leave for a second and I become a Lurrus John boy, a Lurrus fanboy. Lurrus is okay. I'm not like super stoked about Lurrus, but it's alright. Yeah, so this is like a Ren and 6 deck, which is pretty weird. It's Will Pulliam was brewing with this pile. It's like a Lurrus Ren deck with field and all sorts of nonsense like that. It's pretty funny. I was about to play it and then people voted for me to play this instead, so I ended up playing this. Okay. Love the attack. Mañana hay PTQ. Oh, this is gonna be really annoying. Okay, so when we make it to 5 lands, we're just going to Lurrus plus Ravager, I guess. It's not like we had much else going on anyway. Okay, here comes the Lurrus, so they're gonna start drawing 2 cards per turn now. Yeah, it is a main, but it triggers and it forces you to target something, apparently. Another Ravager? Sure. Put the counter there. I mean, it doesn't matter, so I'm just gonna put the counter just because I can. Because if they kill the Ravager... Should I have... maybe I should have taken the chance to like sack this and replay the other Ozolith. The only problem that this one is foil and I don't like it, so I don't want to see it. Yeah, I think I should have sacked, played a new one. Okay, so here we go with the Hour Promise. Aesthetics are important too, yeah, I mean, for sure. Why wouldn't they be? How come people don't like false energy? I mean, look at them. They're super ugly. This is how it looks normal. This is the foil one. It's like so shiny and like, ugh, just gross. They didn't bug me? Huh. They didn't bug me. Interesting. White, white, 1. Well, I guess that we can play Springleaf Drum for free, right? Too bad that we can't really use this Blink Moth. Come on, Ballista. Yeah, that seems to be the line at this point. Steve. We do know about 1 swamp in my opponent's hand. And that's about it. Okay. Sacrifice Ozolith. Recast Ozolith. I'm sacrificing Ozolith because I don't want to be sacrificing something. I don't want to sack a Ravager and then my opponent just like kills the Lurrus in response and I don't get value. Yeah, I mean, I'm explaining why I'm not doing that or in Rasa. I don't think it's correct for me to do that. The thing though is I feel like I should be sacking this and replaying this from my hand, because my opponent showed me discard spells. The problem is I can't really break through. That is the main issue with what's going on right now. Like I need to draw either a Ballista or Hangerback Walker or something like that, so I can actually start attacking in the air. Because this Blink Moth just doesn't do anything in the face of this Ghost Quarter. So that makes things a lot more complicated. Again, I cannot get past because there's a Ghost Quarter. So I cannot really get through here. Inky. All right, here we go. Just having nothing. Guess we have to start doing this. Okay. That's best case scenario for us, really. Because we still get all of our counters in the Ozolith. And like they didn't even use their Gracers. But if they draw a Wrenn, we lose. So that part sucks. Something good? Yes, the answer is yes. Okay, so how much mana do I have? So tap this, 2, 3, 4. So sacrifice this modular here, put counters on Ozolith. Let's see what resolves. Okay. Recast Ravager. I feel like we're getting away with murder here, or maybe my opponent is like setting up a combo kill or something. I don't even know anymore. I'm so confused. Hey Magos, how's it going? Like, I legit have no idea what's going on right now. Well, they block with a Gracer. That's great. Thank you for the follow there. Lajoso, thank you for the follow. Big life leaf swing? No, because they can just put a bunch of zombies in front. It's not good for us. Another Hour of Promise. Probably 2 fields. And at that point we're just... Like, we can just pop this hanger back end step. We could just pop this hanger back end step, and whichever dude just gets through is just gonna be super lethal. Thopters versus zombies, the classic battle. Yep. Classic battle. Do you see Will Hall's donation run? No, I didn't. That's crazy though. That's awesome for him. 18 counters on the Ozolith. 18 counters on the Ozolith. Assassin's Trophy, my Hangerback Walker. I just let this go, right? I guess no, it's better for me to get the tokens. "24 counters on the Ozolith." Sounds odd, right? Where's the Timur battle rage? I know, right? Can we set up 2 lethal threats? I think we can, actually. So we play a hanger back here, x equals 1, which is the only thing that we can do. Because that's how Lurrus works. So... Where's the fling? Yeah, for real, right? So we attack... We sack... So we can present 2 lethal threats, basically. I guess I shouldn't have gotten back the Hangerback. I should have gotten back the Ravager, which would allow me to present 3 lethal threats. That was definitely a mistake. Definitely a mistake. I mean, we have to go for it, right? Like, next turn our opponent's going to go wide on us, so... So we're going to sack this. We're going to sack this. I'm going to sack this. Sack Ravager to itself. Put counters here. And we die to a removal spell, but that's fine. Alright, just had a bunch of nothing. Alright, this is the kind of matchup where we want animation module for sure. Path to Exile sounds good, Veil of Summer sounds good too for removal. That's kind of it. Nothing else that we really care about here. Activate the Inkmoth and swing for style punt. Yeah, that definitely a punt on my part there. Alright. How did my opponent never find an answer to the Lurrus? Never find an answer to the Ravager? Do the rank creatures worth pathing? Lurrus, that's it. But it is worth pathing. It is certainly worth pathing, so yeah. It's literally the only reason to play the paths. Yeah, okay. What do we lead on? We can use Scales to protect it from this card, which seems relevant. Yeah, I guess we're gonna lead on Scales. Yeah, we won, Mouse. We got there. Just made two very lethal threats, and it was enough. We really need a land here. Really need a land here. Land? Hog. So next turn we're going to be playing Hangerback Walker, and we're going to make it 1/1 with the animation module. And we're going to start going wild like that. Animation module is just the nuts in this kind of matchup. Yeah, I played around Decay, Magus. We were playing around one removal spell, but we couldn't beat the second removal spell. Lana were reborn. Sure. Craft this. No. Springleaf drawn. Walker. Yes. And I guess we do put the counters on this Walker, I think. Scales is a combo deck, changed my mind. I don't think I want to. I could probably agree with you. If my opponent taps out, we can kill them next turn, which is like the poggiest thing ever. We have lethal, right? We play Ravager, Ballista, that's 2, 4, that's 4, that's 8. Yeah, we have super lethal, right? Thank you for the follow there, Malox11. I appreciate it. Combo deck. Combo deck. I guess that putting a token here is actually more damage, right? So 6, that's 12. It's 14, 16, 20, yeah. Got him. Pop. So much counting. It is beautiful. It is a beautiful thing. Gorgeous. Turn 4 format, indeed. Playing fair, you know? Just playing fair. Man, this is the wrong deck to be the third league of the day, though. Definitely the wrong deck to be the third league. Okay. Hellboy MPLs, thank you for the follow. Playing against Lurrus. Should I just YOLO this hand and just hope that it gets better from here? I mean, look at this mana base. I have 5 lands in my hand, and I'm still two colored sources away from casting Lurrus. I think we ship it, right? Yeah, this mana base is just horrible. We just cannot afford to play all these colorless lands. Okay. Keep, bottom this, hope for the best. Thoughtseize, Inquisition. Okay, this is probably game over. On a multi 5 against Lurrus Jund. Probably not beatable. They have Ren. Yeah, we probably cannot beat a Ren on 6. I guess we can drop animation module right now. That's not it though. I think we're gonna be conceding pretty soon, eh? This hand would have probably been okay against something like Lurrus Burn or something like that, but not against Jaunt. Like them getting my Hardened Scales is super huge because now it makes Ren so much better. And like a Fatal Push is just a 2-for-1 here. There was also the alternative of holding the Ravager in my hand and then just going ahead and double spelling on the following turn, just like playing the Ravager, then playing the Ballista. But if my opponent has a discard spell and they just get rid of my creature, like that's just... And if they do have the removal spell, we are still in a terrible spot anyway, so... Yeah. I'm gonna sack this thing. Hope that you don't have anything else in your 6-card hand. Seal of Fire, yeah, it's like it didn't matter. Like anything was enough. So we know they have the land. We know that they have Lurrus plus stuff. Yeah, we're just gonna back it in. We cannot win anymore. We know that they're gonna be able to like Lurrus plus Seal of Fire next turn, so we cannot even develop our deck or mana or board state. Sorry, so. Not worth it to keep on struggling there. So we like these cards. We do something like this. Let's try this. Yep. Turn 1 discard to turn 2 Ren. It's pretty tough to beat. Pretty tough to beat. Is this actually the Game of Thrones? Is this a throne from the Game of Thrones? It could be. It definitely is. Come on, opponent. Let's play. Let's play. There we go. Thank you. Their name is Love Aliens, and they have like the little alien dude. Mirror entity. Yeah, these hands are not gonna cut it. I think I'm just gonna lead an Ozolith on 1. I don't think holding off to the holding to Path to Exile was going to do anything. It's probably gonna take the Ancient Steerings, most likely. I just realized I have mismatching Blinkmoth Nexus. I'm ashamed of myself. I am ashamed of myself. Yeah, this is the correct art, but my opponent saw this one, so I don't want to show them what I drew. Okay, so they know what I'm drawing. Maybe they bubble themselves. Turn to Ren again. This is really hard to beat, man. This is really hard to beat. Hangerback Walker. Two. We need something like the animation module or something like that that can allow us to start accruing some amount of advantage. But this is pretty rough. White Source could be good because it would allow me to Lurrus into replay Hangerback, which would be pretty great. Especially because I can pass these Hangerback Walker tokens to the Ozolith and then from the Ozolith back to a replayed Hangerback Walker. So White Source could be a good draw. But it would need to be a Brushland or Temple Garden because Razorverse Thicket doesn't work. Brutal. Yeah, I don't think that this deck can afford to play this many colorless sources. It's too much, which is unfortunate. The Fire X score are probably the worst ones. Come on, opponent. We're literally 5 minutes ahead and we did nothing. Sure. Okay, it's not horrible. Can we kill this Ren? Can I kill this Ren? I think I can. So beginning of combat, we're gonna put all the counters on the Hangerback Walker. If my opponent wants to do something about this, they need to use this right now. Then we can use the Hangerback to activate Inky. Exactly. So now we use white here. We activate the Blank Moth. So this dies. Make another 1/1. Put more counters on the Ozolith. Do this here, and now we get to kill the Ren. Trying to do it. Trying to get it done. Trying to get it done the hard way. The Ozolith is doing work. The Ozolith is doing a reasonable amount of work over here, but we still need something like some value engine. We need an animation module or something like that. The Ozolith isn't going to be able to hang in there for that. Oh, that's brutal. Yep, that's brutal. And now we don't have even a single white source. We're like super far away from this Lurrus. Yeah, this is just a mess. This is just a mess. Yeah, I think I'm just going to... damage seems worth more than the... I'm playing this out at this point, I think. This game has been really hit or miss. I mean, it's the matchup, right? Like, this is supposed to be the kind of deck that this kind of deck just chews on, right? Jund is meant to feast on this kind of deck, and like the way that the ways that this kind of deck can hang in there with Jund is by drawing one of its value engines, and so far we have not been able to do it. Wow, that's definitely a mistake. They should have gotten back the explosives for 0. 100% should have gotten back explosives for 0. That was a big mistake from opponent. Yeah, this as I just keep saying the same thing over and over again. It's just like this mana base is just not okay. This mana base is just not okay. And we're dealing 4 damage, and Lurrus is going to gain 3 life, so like we're not even winning this race. My opponent is getting to draw 2 cards a turn and doing multiple things a turn, and like we are not even, like we cannot even get them dead in time. I'm trying to think what would need to happen for us to win here, and I'm just coming up empty. I really don't think we can win this game anymore. Yeah. This is what my opponent should have done the previous turn, I think. Yeah, I just think that this deck is just intrinsically misbuilt. Yeah, okay. But we have struggled to cast Lurrus literally every single match that we played. One or two. We're still alive for the 3 and 2. Still alive for the 3 and 2. Would love to get me some 3 and 2. Yeah, the mana is just too greedy, right? Like if you want to be a Lurrus deck, which I think you want to be, then you need to figure out a way to make it work, right? And this mana is just hoping that everything just comes together. I do think that the addition of Springleaf Drum, actually makes sense, and it's definitely a step on the right direction. But I just don't think it's enough. Like I don't think that we can play Llanowar Reborn, all of these basics, Pendelhaven, Blinkmoth and Inkmoth Nexus, and Pyrexia Score. It's too much. It's just too much. Even we're sometimes struggling to cast our green spells. So... Okay. I think we just play Llanowar Reborn here. Because I would like to... We're probably playing against Lurrus Jund again. And if that's the case, then I would like to make sure that I can Steerings and get a Hanger back and cast it in the same turn. So I don't think I want to Steerings and expose the card that I find off the Ancient Steerings. I guess we could also find animation module. That would be hot. What is this? PogChamp. Alright, that's what we wanted. Okay, now this is gonna be a different game. Now this is gonna be an entirely different game. So we're going to play a Ravager. We're going to probably not move the token, but we are going to be able to... Oh, don't have K command. Come on, opponent. Have you tried it in 4 Astrolabe? Because of Astrolabe is... Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Okay. Okay, Inquisition's pretty good there for sure, but we can still get a token in play because Llanowar works with animation module, which is pretty nice. Yep, that seems to be the line. So we're going to pay 1. Yes, we're gonna move one of these tokens here. Yes. Then we're gonna pay 1 to make another 1/1. And we want to make this a 2/2. Yeah, sure, let's make it a 2/2. And now we can start using animation module. So this means that Ren cannot actually minus on one of my dudes. And we can start using animation module to make 1/1s. Back to back Ren. Turn 2 Ren on every single game. It's pretty tough to beat though. This seems like a K command and it makes me super sad. Yep. Makes me very, very, very sad. The good thing is I didn't blow up my animation module for whatever reason, so that's cool. So we're gonna play the Ink Moth so that next turn we can pump it to attack the Ren. We could also just Lurrus into Ozolith. That's probably not a good idea though. Lurrus into Ozolith. Throne of Geth. No, I think I'm just gonna wait until I can do multiple things with so Lurrus into Ravager plus make a token or something. That's probably the way that I win. Okay, it's good for us. Now we can path that. Snow duels in a standard set. Yeah, that sounds like the right move. You're right, Stabs. That sounds like the correct move. That's where Wizards should be going towards. Path Lurrus. Come on. So if I try to attack and my opponent has a removal spell, I mean, I don't really have a choice though, right? Because if they start getting back K commands, we just cannot win anymore. Okay, that worked. Okay, so next turn I can Lurrus, Ravager. Oh, it is the same deck that we played against earlier. This is not Lurrus John, this is like Lurrus like Field of the Dead or whatever. Oh, okay. Snow Waste. We need those Eldrazi synergies. Yeah, for real, right? 1, 2, 3. Lurrus. Ravager. Honestly, my opponent not killing the animation module is the only reason why we're still somewhat in this game. They should have definitely killed the animation module. I guess we're going to attack with both of this. Both of them are going to go at the Ren. New Emrakul. That's very much off-brand for me. I'm not into Emrakuls and stuff. Okay. Walking Ballista? Hangerback Walker. Is this the one I just played? Am I this stupid, really? God damn it. Super tight game and I make a super stupid mistake. Feels bad, man. Okay. Can't even recast the Ozolith because I'm stupid, but could be worse. Could be worse. I don't even know what I was thinking there. It's just a really bad mistake. So they're getting field going. I didn't get back the Ozolith. Second field is not bad for them, actually. Sure. Sacrifice this. Well, at least my opponent's kind of helping me out here by also making some questionable plays. Thoughtseize, that's cool. We can get it back with Lurrus. Did you just get debated here? I just got debated here. Brutal. Man, not being able to cast that Ozolith there. God damn it. So brutal. Hardened Scales. So I think I can go for lethal here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, I can't. I guess that I'll do this right now. This allows me to actually go wide with counters, as opposed to just going tall on the Ravager. Okay. So I think we win next turn. Did you find yourself getting Ozolith flooded this league? No, not really. Ozolith has been good. So one of their cards is a land. If their last card is... I guess we can just do this. Yes. Set this one. Okay, no. We kind of have to go for it, right? Because like our opponent is just going too wide next turn. No more fetchables. Cool. Just paying 1 life for no reason feels bad, man. Yeah. Wow. They didn't even make me go for it. But yeah, I was going to recast the Hardened Backwalker, put another counter there, and then we just go nuts on one of the flyers. Brutal. But yeah, the problems I have seen with this deck is we might need more lands. Like actually the answer might be that we just need more lands. Like I've been using my mana literally every single turn, like ever, right? Especially with the addition of Blinkmoth and Inkmoth Nexi. The deck is super mana hungry, and your colors are just not there. Like your colors are just not there. Like you just cannot cast your Lurrus reliably enough. We have shifted multiple hands because we were unable to cast Lurrus and stuff like that. So I think that is one of the things that might need to be fixed with a deck like this. No, this spell one time, please and thank you. Should probably go up to 30. Yep, 30 lands is like should be standard, you know, just standard. Every deck should start from 30 lands and then go up from there, you know. You cannot get mana screwed like that. That's a lie. That's a lie. You can definitely get mana screwed with 30 lands. I've gotten mana screwed multiple times. Sweet. Okay, so we're gonna get to play Scale. So this game is probably gonna be quite different than the previous one. So we're going to be able to go turn 1 Scales. Still animation module, best card that we could possibly top deck. Moxa. Have my opponent just had turn 2 Ren literally every single match? Every single match I have faced turn 2 Ren. Brave. Oh yeah, this is the best thing ever. This triggers whenever a creature enters the battlefield. So yeah, whenever your opponent plays a creature, you also trigger it. It's as annoying, if not more annoying, than it sounds like. So if I Ballista, I can make Ballista 4/4, pink here, attack. Is that worth it? Is that worth it? I think it is. I don't think I'm gonna kill the Ren, but I at least get to hit it for 2. It's good to kill for that one. I don't think this targets. Yeah, it says whenever a creature enters the battlefield, so you cannot like this actually doesn't kill. It's looking like we're getting cake commanded again. Painful Truths. It's pretty hot. I don't think I would be playing Painful Truth in this matchup, but it's a pretty cool card. I don't understand why you would do this before actually plussing the Ren. Just got destroyed by this deck. The one that I'm playing or the one that my opponent is playing? Gotta get in there for the 1 point one, you know? The one that my opponent's playing? Yeah, it's cool. It's grindy as hell, which is pretty nice. But we've been beating it pretty consistently. So I imagine my opponent's just going to get back the Ren here. It's in every damn deck. Just wait until next. Yeah, Lurrus. Lurrus is hilarious. Oh wow. Oh wow. Yeah, we have 3 Path to Exiles in our entire deck and somehow managed to draw every single one of them. Ping there. Ping there. If they want to trade with a Sombo, like, I'm super happy actually. Looked out of drawing a card with Reynolds and like, yeah. I mean, it grinds super hard. It's nice. It's actually, I think Will Pulliam was the one that came up with it. He was talking about it on Twitter. It looks fun. It was actually one of the decks that I was considering playing right now. So it's definitely up my wheelhouse. Wow. Okay. To design and build Lurrus strong. Probably many. Ravager, Worker, or Springleaf Drum. Well, I think it's Ravager, and I think that we go for it. I think that everything is kind of like spiraling out of control here, so I'm gonna try. I think I'm gonna try to go for it. Like, if they have a push or something, we're just dead. They got us. I'm fine losing to a Colonist Commander and Fatal Push here, but I don't think it's getting better for us. Yeah, exactly. I think that we just had to go for it there. And it worked. Alright, last match of the day. Let's see if we can get that 3-2. Because we 5-0'd, we 4-1. So it makes sense that we would 3-2, so we can get that perfect 80%. Punt, tilt, go. Okay. Yes, we like this hand. Yeah, Neoform is a billion. I think so, right? Yeah, it is a billion, exactly. It's not a coincidence that it's a billion. Oh no. Okay, we're fine. So probably Infect. So this is the one that's the most tempting for my opponent to path, if they are playing like a Bant deck. And if they are playing Infect and they go Blighted Agent into stuff, we're probably dead. Not much that we can do though. I think my opponent is actually on a Bant concoction deck, like a company deck of sorts. 1.67 million push-ups. Yeah, exactly. It's just not good. It's just not good value, you know. Imagine playing a deck without companion and that plays the card Spell Queller. My opponent really wants to play fair. Path. Selfless Spirit. Is this just Bant Spirits? Oh wow, this is just Bant Spirits. Remember when this was a deck, chat? Wow. It's been a minute. So... Arcbound Ravager... We can put a counter, put 2 counters here, we sack this, we make a bunch of blockers. Then we put more counters on the Ravager. I think I actually want to put the counters here. It just destroys my opponent's attack army. They just cannot attack anymore. They're weak to salt. Nice. Sure. So here we can sack Ravager to itself, put 4 counters here. That forces the Selfless Spirit attack, the Selfless Spirit to sack. And after we do that, I guess we're just dying to the 3 mana one, the Deputy of Detention, where we just beat everything else. So that's probably okay. But yeah, my opponent has no good attacks anymore. Unless they want to sack their Selfless Spirit. Yeah, I think this is just fine. And as long as the Ravager lives, Deputy of Detention is not an out. And if we ever get to 3 mana, we get to cast Lurrus. The game just ends. Step 1, ask opponent what his record is. Step 2, tell opponent that the companions are great. Step 3, ask opponent if they love playing spirits in Pioneer as well. Imagine playing a deck without a companion. Yeah, but Primeval Titan is your companion, you know? So it's fine. What are we gonna see here? Unsettled Mariner. Okay. Okay, so we do get to untap, and just gonna play our Lurrus here. Play Arcbound Worker. Yeah, Spirits could play Giganta. Yeah, I don't see why they wouldn't play Giganta, right? Yeah, this is... There's no way my opponent can come back from this. What about Udo? It's pretty lovable. He's a bit of a whore. Going into every deck in the format. Brutal. Okay. Yeah, they just can't break through. They just don't have any ways to break through. That's cool. So what I just do is I just sack this guy, put the counters here, and they don't even trade with one of my dudes. Hanger back, comes back. Heh, hanger back's back. Spell Queller. Oh no. So if I attack with the 9/9 guy, I guess I can make it even bigger. Can I force it? I mean, I guess they are. Each one of these dudes is just. Each one of these guys is just lethal. So my opponent needs to block. Both of these. Hanger back, back to Lurrus. Hanger back, hanger back, hanger back, hanger back, hanger back, hanger. I created a top 3. Oh, that's great. That's so great. So next turn we're just gonna hardcast the Ravager again. That's funny. It triggers the craft even though it dies. That's funny. All right. Easy. Got a sick beat for you folks. Got a sick beat. Remember when music was awesome, chat? Remember when music was so awesome? Good times. Okay, so what do we want here? We want the path, and I think that's it, really. You see, Tully, do you have an opening for your tournament? Buddy had a pretty funny one. I feel like you could submit a Hangerback Shady song and just become the fan favorite. That's funny. Alright, I'm running out of water, so my opponent better play quickly so I can finally go to refill my water. We played against a lot of slow opponents today. I'm only half joking. Huh. Alright, bringing it, opponent, come on. Come on, opponent. Come on, opponent. Wow, Bant Spirits. Even before Companions, like, you would just not see Bant Spirits around anymore. Well, this card is very good in the matchup. So the FCC won't let me be. Let me be, so let me see. You have to go down templates where you find a deck that's not a companion deck or amulet. Yep, that makes sense to me. That makes sense to me. These dudes are pretty busted. Pretty freaking busted. Oh, this deck plays Stony Silence, right? Damn it, I totally forgot about the card Stony Silence. Yep. Well, wow, they're not even playing Collector. Oof. So my opponent really is playing a deck from like 4 years ago. It has to be a solid 4 years ago. Fianor Magic, thank you for the follow. I don't want a collected company into my haymaker effect. I'm not about that life, says my opponent. I want to draw my cards naturally. Path here. Okay. I mean, that's a path that is not getting my Lurrus, so I'm happy about that for sure. Springleaf Drum doesn't do anything. What are my options here? Well, I guess I could just hang her back plus make it 1/1. And thanks to Lurrus, we can aggressively attempt to trade this hanger back. We also have access to a path, which is nice. You can't path his Stony Silence? Nope. Facts. Those are just facts. I guess that my opponent doesn't think that the upside of being able to collect it company into your effect, they don't think it's worth. There's the Coco. Kida, the Glade Glass Spinner. Okay, so that Kira actually blanks my path to exile, so that's pretty good for my opponent there. We cannot Ravager. We literally don't have an answer to a Stony Silence in our deck currently. Because I literally forgot this was a card. Like I have not. Yeah, this I just did not remember that there was a card that you could put in your modern deck. Just legit had no idea. So they can probably get in there with the Kira, and that's pretty safe. Yeah. Kira is a reason to not run Giganta. Yeah, but there's no way they're playing Kira in the main deck, right? They have to be playing in the sideboard. Ooh, I almost clicked there. Oh, I should have played the animation module for... Oh, that was a pretty big punt. That was a pretty big mistake. I could have been able to get another servo. Okay, so I guess that my best draw here is the land that allows me to sack stuff. If I draw the land that allows me to sack, then we can start sacking and replaying the hanger back multiple times per turn. Putting Ozolith counters in there. Okay, that's a problem. So that's probably a very quick clock now. Yep, okay. Alright, we got by turn 2 Stony Silence. Guess we shall learn from that. I'm bringing our answers to the card Stony Silence. So Throne can just go for good. Animation module seems medium. Sprintlick Strum. Wow, Stony Silence. Remember when that was like a staple in modern sideboards? When blue-white control, any blue-white control player would not leave home without at least like a couple of copies of Stony Silence in their sideboard. Like nowadays, I legit think it's just not worth playing in your deck. Like there's, so what does Stony Silence stop? Because like if you're playing Stony Silence, it's because you mean business, right? Because you can play Collector Oof against some decks and kind of like get away with it and stuff. But like if you're playing Stony Silence, you mean business, right? Like you're just not messing around. Because that has zero synergy. It's not like you can get it back with Colonel's Command. It's not like you can go ahead and get value with you know, you cannot put, it doesn't put a clock on the board. So like it's rough, right? I think I'm interested in Walking Ball this time, blowing out this up here. Straight in 1-for-1. Bolt the bird, or Walking Ballista the bird. Use the Stony. Nope, it's not Silence. Good for us. Steerings into animation module. White source is also not bad. I think I might have to take the white source here. Okay, what are my best draws? Ravager. Ozolith would be pretty good. Ozolith would be pretty good. Ravager is probably the best. White Source is reasonable. but it will only be good like another turn from now. I'm gonna get in path. Okay, well that's our Y source. Llanowar Reborn. That's the turn. So I hate when opponents try to time me out. Yeah, it sucks when that happens. It's not great. Hey Teddy, how's it going? We're playing a match in a time machine right now. Playing Scales against Spirits. We do have a companion, but my opponent doesn't. So we're probably gonna get quelled here. Let's see how they stack their triggers. Yes, they stack their triggers wrong. So check this out. They're going to do this. And with that trigger still on the stack, I would like to path your dude. Thank you. So this is only power 2. Got him. If they have stacked their triggers the other way around, they would have been able to use Mycelium Wanderer to counter my path. I guess I can have a path to exile here still. Walking Ballista. We're going to put a counter here. And then we're going to attack with Arcbound Worker. So next turn we can put a counter on the Ballista, we can kill the Supreme Phantom. Then recast Ballista. Recast Ballista. No, 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 no. Why do I keep doing that thing where I misclick? Damn it. That's very annoying. I mean, at least they don't have any more gas. But I would really like for that Mausoleum Wanderer to not be in the battlefield right now. God damn it. Just got myself again with that misclick. They totally have another Collected Company in hand, right? That's so annoying. And that was a really bad misclick. God damn it. Very frustrating. All right. If they find the nuts, we're just dead here. And they did find the nuts, so that's lethal, right? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, exactly. God damn it. God damn it. If I had killed the Mausoleum Wanderer, it would have been... Okay, my opponent is a god of drawing cards though, so it wouldn't have mattered. Like, they just drew a lot better than I did. Wow. 2017, still strong. 2017 still strong, yeah. This deck, I mean, I definitely made a lot of mistakes and stuff like that, you know. This deck is pretty tough. It's hard to play. But it did feel just a little bit underpowered, honestly. Like, when the synergies did come together, it felt good, but like all the time I was like, well, I guess if they have a removal spell, we're just dead, and like things like that. The mana base is a mess. It's an absolute mess. I don't think there's a real way to fix it though, because like you're playing stuff like Llanowar Reborn, which has a very real reason to be here, which is, you know, like it just gets your synergies started, which is very nice. So like you kind of need all of this, but you also really like it's really hard to cast Lurrus. It's super hard to cast Lurrus, and just 4 Ancient Stirrings don't really do it because you also struggle to cast your green spells, right? We are playing a deck that has in total 14 green sources and 14 white sources. Like 14 white sources to cast a double white 3-drop is kind of a lot. It is asking a lot, is what I'm trying to say. No, actually that's a lot less. Like we have what, like 11 white sources. Yeah. The addition of Springleaf Drum makes a lot of sense, but this is just not a good card, right? It's just not a very good card. So I wonder if you should just like play more lands instead of the Springleaf Drum. It's tough though, right? It's tough because you wanna hit a balance between synergies and actually casting your spells. All in all, it felt just like my deck was less powerful than whatever my opponents were doing. It did feel like it was better than the Spirits deck, of course, right? But that is, you know, we just lost to the Cyborg card, right? We just lost to Stony Silence, and like it's just it's Blood Moon, right? It's Blood Moon for Amulet. It's Blood Moon for Amulet. It's Stony Silence for Hardened Scales. You cannot really win while that card is on the battlefield, or you really struggle. Like you need your opponent to basically have nothing on board in order to be the Stony Silence. I mean, that's where we're playing Nature's Claim, but yeah, it felt rough. It felt rough. Definitely, I am not going to tinker with this deck. Like I am, if anything, I'm going to wait for somebody to tinker with it, and then I might give it another shot down the line. But it feels like it's not ready. Like it feels like it still needs work. This is the alternative thing that people have been doing, which is Splashing Black. Splashing Black has a couple of upsides, mostly the fact that you can just use Urborg. Urborg kind of fixes your mana to cast Lurrus, which is nice. You will see that this list actually has more colorless lands, but it doesn't. It only plays Ink Moths, and it doesn't play Blink Moths, and it doesn't play Phyrexia's Core. There were a couple of situations there where I wish I had access to Phyrexia's Core, and yeah, I don't know. Maybe Bubble is just too good. Like the interaction with Bubble Lurrus is just too good to not be playing. I could definitely see that. Like maybe we should figure out a way to make a couple of bubbles fit in here. I could definitely see that for the Path to Exiles for sure. But yeah, for sure. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for checking out the video. And if you're watching YouTube, don't forget to like and subscribe. And yeah, I will see you in the next video. Stay safe and see you later. Bye bye.